Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in for this 50th anniversary special video, Tales from Topographic Oceans. Before we start the video, I think you're all owed a bit of an apology. First and foremost, the video is overlong. I think it's the longest video in recorded history. I think it runs for over an hour. And none of you have got an hour to spend watching one of my ridiculous videos. So not only that, it's probably overblown, probably full of padding, maybe bombastic in parts, extremely pretentious, and if I'd only trimmed it down to kind of half its length and cut out all the boring bits, it would have probably been much better. But anyway, here it is. It's in two parts. The first part is extremely tedious, so you may want to fast forward to the second part, which is some of you may find slightly less tedious, and that's I think at about 30 minutes, something like that. The second part starts. I might give the actual time on the screen now so you can quickly whiz to it. Okay, so that's the end of this apology, and on with the video. Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in for this video, Topographic Oceans special, as we move towards the 7th of December, its 50th anniversary. I've been putting a few things up on YouTube, predominantly the remasters that we're doing, just piece by piece really. The whole things will be, hopefully if we're allowed to anyway, published on the 7th of December. They're all scheduled and all done. But in the lead up to that, I've got a couple of videos I wanted to do. Obviously for me, Tales from Topographic Oceans is more than just a record, more than just an album of music. It's a whole, can you say, it's a whole feeling. It's an emotional journey for me. Whenever I need to have a bit of, I don't know, spiritual uplifting, or just relaxation, get out of the hustle and bustle of life, or the strife and troubles that we find we are faced with a lot of the time. Tales is what I go to. I mean, it's just a rock album really. It's just an album of fantastic rock music, and for people who want to use it for that, then that's just as valid, of course. But for me, it's always held a special something that's very hard to put into words. As you can see, I'm struggling already. I love lots of Yes music from the 70s, and Close to the Edge, obviously, phenomenal album. And going for the One, Relayer, all brilliant, brilliant albums. But they don't quite reach the heights for me that Tales does. So anyway, for this one, I just thought I'd show you what few things I've got of Tales that I've kept over the years. I mean, my collection is, the master load of vinyl, sold it, gone on to CD, sold that, gone back to vinyl. And now in my kind of retirement, it's more a question of just keeping a few bits back that mean something to me. So on the story of Tales, just on CDs first of all, my first Tales CD was this one. It's the Fat Jewel Box double CD, the first version that they brought out, I think 1988. And you had to get it as an American import. So Warner Brothers or Atlantic, as it was at the time, were sort of bringing these out as fast as they could. And I went to a shop in Worcester, which isn't too far from where I lived at the time, and they used to have the American long box imports. So as soon as I heard they got this in, I was there like a shot and snapped it up, and it's been with me ever since. So that's the very first version. Of course, that was just dumped onto CD, they didn't do anything to it. I think 1994, they then remastered it properly and brought it out with this version. Joe Gastwert, Ocean View Digital, and this was a proper remaster for CD. So this was 1994, and I literally played this to death. It was with me all the time. I did in the car, when I was working. It was never off my stereo basically. The case is all cracked. I think there should be a sticker at the front which came off ages ago. So it had nice discs and just basically fantastic. We then need to move on about 9 years, nearly 10 years, 2003, when they did a further remaster in a nice card sleeve. Bonus tracks, studio run-throughs of Dance of the Dawn and Giants Under the Sun were added. They did a booklet for it as well, and a really nice presentation. So it's a three-way digipack. So a nice little card sleeve, nicely made, three-way digipack, and yeah, quality item, and it was a really nice release. So we waited a while for something to happen, and obviously that was part of the Yes releases that they brought out that year. Did the whole catalogue of the 70s stuff. So 2003, I think 2009, in Japan, a shop called Disc Union had a license to create some boxes, some special boxes. Roger Dean did some new artwork for it, and this is the Tales one. A beautiful thing. The Japanese CDs are all mini LPs. So we basically had a nice box, beautiful kind of inner box tray, and these are just one of my batches of the Japanese SHM CDs, super high material CDs that they brought out. So this sits in the Tales one, and the Tales. That's the Tales SHM CD version, and I think this had got the bonus tracks that were on the previous remaster, so it's effectively a copy of the Rhino remaster, but on better quality materials, allegedly. Nothing extra inside, although you do get a copy of the booklet which was in the previous remaster. So that was that. We then moved to 2016, and Steve Wilson did the remasters of the Yes catalogue, and I think he did a really good job with the Tales one. And this was presented again really nicely, slightly harder box slipcase, beautiful booklet, 2 double digipacks, and there's all sorts of additional discs with this. Obviously you got 5.1, and I think on the Blu-ray disc, if I can find the booklet, just remind myself what was on the Blu-ray disc. So we had, so a disc of alternative takes, so the studio run-throughs, Ritual Live from Zurich, horrible soundboard, but it was the only thing that Steve Howe could find apparently. A CD of single edits, which is probably a waste of time, stereo instrumental mixes, and then vinyl transfers, and the US banded promo needle drop vinyl transfer. So lots of extra material, beautifully packaged. That was really nice, and the sound on the Steve Wilson was quite different to the original Idiotic mix. Some people don't like it as much, some people prefer it. Certainly very polished, but slightly different experience. This box, by the way, is just a sort of unofficial box that somebody made quite professionally, and I use it to house my Steven Wilson remixed CDs. I've got a few of them in there. So, right, now Japan brought out a super audio box set called High Vibration. Can't remember what year it was. I got it at the time. And then when I moved house and we were sort of downsizing slightly, I realised it was just sitting there gathering dust, so decided to sell it. But what I got in 2017, I think it was 2017, was the Atlantic 70th anniversary Japanese SA CD of Tales. So it's a lovely 7-inch sleeve, gatefold sleeve, beautifully presented actually. No additional material on it, but they did a Super Avalon pressing, so I think it's better quality, but you have to have obviously an SA CD player to get the benefits out of. As it's the discs just sit on little round card trays like that, but yeah, very very nice, and I didn't get all the yes ones, but I just wanted to get the tails off. So anybody who knows me knows I'm a sucker for packaging, so anything that comes out nicely packaged I'll probably have it, especially if it's a Tales thing. So finally, in Japan they brought out a series of CDs called Ultra High Quality UHQ. I bought the Tales one, which came out this year, I believe, earlier this year, and to be honest, it's just a bit harsh. I've got the studio engineer who does the remasters for me, and he reckoned it's just basically been EQ'd so that the top end is just brought a bit higher. And he said, well, the first thing he'd do with it is bring the top end back down again. So whether they're worth buying, people might like the sort of sharpness of the sound. I don't know whether it's necessarily clearer, it's just a bit sharp. And nothing extra on the packaging. But I wanted to see what it was like anyway, so that was that. So that's really it for the CDs that I've got anyway. There's a silly DVD thing here which called Inside Yes plus Friends and Family, which is just a free DVD set, but they packaged it in a Tales. Sorry, I'm not showing you there. So I packaged it in a Tales livery box. So yeah, so I had to get that. So you got Steve Howe, Careful with That Axe, Rick Wakeman, The Ultimate Anthology, and then the Inside Yes, which was the documentary that they made at the time, 2005. Right, so now what I would like to do is just show you what bits of vinyl I've kept of Tales. I've got multiple copies of most Yes albums, which I kind of carried with me really, house to house. So these are my Tales ones. They're in no particular order. Okay, so first up, this is my very first copy of Tales that I ever bought. 1975 I bought this from the Discovery in Birmingham. It looks at the matrix, it's A3, B2, C3, D2. So it's not far off the first pressing, but as again, that was played to death by me. But it's still in pretty good nick actually. Always keep my stuff in plastic covers. So that's just the standard UK pressing. Next one here is the German pressing, original German pressing from the 70s. These have laminated covers, and otherwise they're the same inside pretty much, apart from being laminated, which you can see in the light. But the labels are different. So the labels have got white rather than black on the lower half. So that's worth getting because it's got different labels and it's laminated. Third one here is, this is the 2011 Friday Music pressing. So nothing really different on it except it's 180 gram. And actually the quality of the sleeve is excellent. It says mastered from the original Atlantic record tapes by Joe Riagoso at Friday Music Studios, 2011. So it does sound really nice, I have to say. And I don't think the labels are much different other than they've got Friday Music logos on them. But really heavy 180 gram pressings. Yeah, and I haven't sort of compared the sound on that to the others, which I should do really. I've just kept it as a mint thing. Okay, so the next one is one of my favourites, to be honest. It's from Portugal. It's almost black. The sleeve is so dark, it's almost black. Again, fully laminated. So it looks completely different really to the others, but it's not laminated on the inside, so the laminate sort of wraps over the top and then stops, which is a bit weird. The labels aren't anything much special to shout about, but say the main thing with Portugal one is it's pretty much black. The sky's black and everything's so much darker. I think they were all printed out like that, the Portuguese version. Okay, and the lettering of course seems a bit more vivid. Everything's been darker hues. Next one's one of the really special Tales things. It's the China pressing. So this is in so much plastic, so just bear with me for a minute. So these basically have track listing written there, and then it's got some. I'll put a picture of this on the video, close up of it, and then the back is completely different. This has got a bit of foxing on it, but this is the only one I've come across so far, so I had to have it. It's got the Chinese writing at the bottom, black and white picture of the cover. And the interesting thing about it is that it's in this plastic sleeve, which the cover sort of sits inside, it's sealed inside it, and it's a gatefold, and then on the inside you have the lyrics in English, just black and white. So really interesting, completely different. And the discs themselves very thin, very thin. Union stereo blue labels. You sometimes get the red ones. I'm not sure whether one's Chinese and one's Taiwanese. I did know at one stage, but getting old you forget these things. So that's called The Reveling Science of God, and well, I've got remembering Craig. That's one of my treasured items. They're not massively valuable, these things. I mean, yes, well, that collectible, and Tails is a bit sort of out there in terms of demand. So that'll probably go with me to the grave. So yeah, beautiful. Okay, so the next one is another sort of ultra special thing for me. So this is a UK test pressing white label of the album. So the cover's actually slicks, so they're not pasted. Basically just 2 sheets of card come off the printer as sort of proofs. It's got so worn over the years on the edges, unfortunately. And that's the inside. So it's the cover as we know it, but just unpasted slicks. And then the discs themselves are, as I say, white label test pressings. And these are mint, records are actually mint. And these are obviously A1, B1, C1, D1. So I've got a friend who's got the actual first pressing that was issued, and the sound on that is quite amazing compared to the later pressings. So this would have fantastic sound, but I've never played it. It's mint, it's not got a single spindle mark or anything. So very special for me, that. That goes down there. Right, I've just decided I'm going to do this, which in theory should work. There you go. Don't even have to get off the chair. Okay, so next up, this is the Chile pressing, South America. So basically what you've got, it's gatefold sleeve in a polythene sealed cover. The outer cover is pretty dark, but otherwise standard fare. The fish are in the bubble, as per usual, and the inside is completely different. So blue with white print, Tellson Topographic Oceans lettering, and then the sort of pseudo Roger Dean style. Really interesting. And the labels, red labels on this one. Yep, so you've got bold lettering, no logos or anything, just the Atlantic, big Atlantic logo, and then the lettering. Again, the vinyls on this one pretty clean. to show you. Don't need to show you the other LP. It's the same label. But that's another lovely version to get if you see it. It's the chili version. Okay, next up, this is Japanese promo. So with the Japs on the promos, they call them sample. They put a sample sticker there. You usually don't get the Obi on the promos. So this is again really nice. Being Japanese, the sleeve is such thick card, and you couldn't bend it, to be honest. It's incredibly heavy card. And the inner design is standard. And the vinyls themselves are white labelled with print. Promo labels. This is the P5128A. Which I believe to be the original promo. And then there's no inserts, just the other label. Same again. The Japanese pressings aren't that hard to find, but promos are a bit more valuable. The next one is the Steven Wilson remaster and remix version, which came out in 2016. Obviously we had a new sleeve design from Roger Dean on these, and these were just released in the box set that came out. Don't know why they haven't released them individually, but beautiful quality, 180 gram if not 200 gram these, and yeah, replicated the original labels, very nice quality printing, and as I say, that was the Steve Wilson remaster remix version, which sounds a lot cleaner than the original one, quite different in places, but some people actually prefer the original one. Okay, sorry about that, the battery went, so we've rejigged the posters a little bit, and just wanted to finish off on the vinyls. First one really to show you of the last few is the American US promo special version banded for radio airplay. You get this big orange sticker at the front with the timings. Each track's broken down into 4 or 5 little chunks for radio airplay. You get a sticker there with the tracks on. It's SD2908. Covers otherwise the same as usual. The labels are promo labels, so white promo labels with print on. So really nice. It's quite a sought after version of the album, just because of the banding. And the labels have the banded tracks with the timings on. So it's got 3 minutes and 8 seconds, for instance. You can play one of the tracks. Okay, so the next one to show you is the Spanish pressing. So this is a lovely laminated sleeve, laminated on the outside anyway. Inside is normal, but the unusual thing about this one, I've already taken the discs out. It's actually top opening, so the discs go in at the top rather than at the side. So quite unique. The discs themselves are different with the Atlantic Estéreo Cuentos de Océanos Topográficos is the title. It's orange and mauve colour. So yeah, La Antigo, Ritual, La Ciencia Reveladora de Dios. Don't know which one that is. And the other side is Recuerdo. So, really interesting version. As I said, the sleeve's different, the way it's opened up, and the vinyl's different labels, and even different titles. The other thing to say about this one is that originally it had a large sticker on the front with the price on it. In a Fit a Peak one night years ago, I decided to see if that would come off. Because it's laminated, it came off quite cleanly. But I wish I'd just left it on really, because it's part of the authentic issue. All the Spanish ones I think that you see have that sticker on, so left it on. Anyway, that's the Spanish version. And then the last two are basically the Japanese pressings. So this is the first one with the yellow Obi strip, P4612-3A, and being Japanese, the covers are really thick and heavy, really good quality. Cover's basically the same, the inside of the Obi is just blank. And then you get a single sheet insert, just black and white printed, all in Japanese with the S logo, and then the labels are just the standard Atlantic labels, green and orange, no logos. And then the other Japanese one to look for has a green and white Obi strip. This is P5508-9A. Again, really fantastic quality. It's actually got the price in that corner, 3,800 yen when this came out. This one has on the inside of the Obi strip Fragile, Close to the Edge and Yes Songs album covers, promoting the previous three albums. The labels are the same, and the insert, which should always be there, I think is the same as the other one. So those are the two Japanese versions that I know of. So that's it basically. Now you may have seen a little glimpse of this, which is the project we've been working on really. It's a huge, as you can see, box set, 50th anniversary deluxe box set. And this is the project that we've been doing just privately, to celebrate the 50th anniversary for our own private purposes. But it's been, the makers have done it really well, I have to say. I think it looks beautiful. So we'll hopefully be able to show you an unboxing of that separately. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope it wasn't too boring going through all this tail stuff. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.
Travel we say, wonder we choose love to. Lay upon me, hold me around lasting hours. We love when we play. We hear a sound and alter our returning. We drift the shadows and course our way back home. Flying home, going Look me, my love, sentences move dancing away. We join, we receive as our song, memories long hoping away. New song.